Hello, good day. In this virtual class, we'll be looking at logarithm, how to use our logarithm table to evaluate simple calculations. Okay. Now, instead of using calculator, so as we use a log table to evaluate to three significant figure. Okay, three significant figure. 15.05 times the square root of 0.0695 divide 6.95 times 10 raised to power 2. Now, in dealing with a logarithm of this nature, the first thing to do is to write number log, probably create more rooms for calculation. Okay. Now, the first thing here is we have to also take note of the laws governing the operations of logarithm. So, when you see multiplications, you're going to add. When you see division, you're going to subtract all those things. But here, in dealing with logarithm, we have what we call the characteristics and the mantissa. Okay, the characteristics is the part before the decimal point, then the part after the decimal point is the mantissa. Okay, in your logarithm. So what we do here is, if you look at this 15.05, the first thing to do here is to ensure that you express this number in standard form. Remember, a number is expressed in standard form if it is expressed, it is in this nature. So we have maybe a times 10 raised to power b, where your b here in this logarithm is the characteristics. So now for this number, now for us to express this one in standard form, this number is, which is the a, is greater than 10. So we have to make sure that the number lies between 1 and but less than 10. So that means we need to move this one more time. So if we move this one more time, so the number of times we move it will tell us the characteristics. But because this number is greater than 10, the characteristics will be positive. Okay, will be positive. So if the number is less than 1, the characteristics will be negative. Okay, so here 15.05. Here, since we are doing calculation first, we put it here. The characteristics here is what? Is 1. Okay, so if we express this number in standard form, it's going to be 1.505 times 10 raised to 1. So it is this one now that form the characteristics. Then the next thing we're going to look at is, we're going to look at you have to have a logarithm table of this nature, where you go and look at the logarithm given, say log 15. You go to log 15 under 0, okay, which is 1769. Then difference, you go to the difference, there's a color for difference. You go to difference 5. Difference 5 here. You have to add the difference to the so this is 1761. So let's find the difference first. We have to find the difference. Difference 5 here is 14. So if we do this is 5, 7, 7, 1. So this becomes 1775. So that is the log 15 under 0 difference 5 is 1775. Then we have to come to this, the one under the square root, 0.00695. So 0.0695. So if you look at this, you find out that this number is not in standard form. And for us to make it in standard form, we have to move how many times? 1, 2, 3. Because this number is less than 1. So your characteristics, the characteristics here, let's put the characteristics, let's form another column for it first, because we're going to divide because of this square root. So this will be bar 3. Okay, this will be bar 3 first. So bar 3. So we're going to look at 69. Go to logarithm table 69 under 5. Log 69 under 5. look at this, is 8420. There's no other number here, so no difference. 8420. Because of this square root here, means this one means raised to power half. Raised to power what? Half. So this is 0.060695 raised to the power of what? Of half. So the half here will come and multiply from law of logarithm. This half here will come and multiply whatever log is here. So it will not turn out to be what? Division. So here is going to be divided by 2. Now we have to be very careful here. How do we now carry out the division of this nature? Now we must do some adjustment here. We must ensure we do some adjustment here so that the number here, the divisor can easily divide it without a remainder. So if you look at bar 3 can also be written, as bar 4 plus 1. So we replace bar 3 with bar 4 plus 1 so that 2 can divide this without a remainder. Otherwise, this, if we divide in this nature, it will affect the final answer. So what we do here is simple by doing this adjustment. So this become bar 4 plus 1.8420 divided by 2. So 2 in bar 4, this will give us bar 2. So here 2 in 1 is not possible, so we'll put a decimal point here, so it will become 18. 2 in 18 is 9. 2 in 4 is 2, and 2 in 2 is 1. So 2 in 0 is 0 here. So we put this. Remember that this is multiplications, and multiplications we add in logarithm. So we're going to add these two first. The result we obtain here, we're going to write them on these parts. All right, so here, let's add. Here we're going to have 5. Here we have 8. Here we have 9. Here we have 0 point. So add 1 plus 1, 2 plus bar 2. That means 2 minus 2. That's what it means. This will be 0. So we are done with that. So the next one is the denominator. 6.59 times 10 raised to the power of 2. This one is already in standard form. So the characteristics is just this. So here will be what? Characteristics is 2. Okay. So the characteristics there is 2. So we're going to look at log 65 under 9. Oh, please 69, please. 69, 6.95 under 5. Okay, which is the same thing as this logarithm. Log 69 under 5. Let's look at it. 69 under 5 is 8420. So 8420. So let me write this very well. This is 0. 9. So here we have here. So what we do here, we did here. This is 5. Okay, this is 8. This is 9. This is 0. Okay, so this added this so that they can correspond here. So if we see this in logarithm here, this one means subtraction. So we're going to subtract this. Okay, so 5 minus 0 is 5. 8 minus 2 is 6. 9 minus 4 is 5. Now 0 minus 8 is not possible. So we're going to borrow from 0. So if we borrow from 0 here will be what? Reduced to bar 1. So here will be 1. Remember, if you are borrowing, in your number line, this height is, if you are borrowing, this is 0, 1, 2, 1, 2. If you borrow from 2, what will be left is 1. If you borrow from 1, what will be left? 0. If you borrow from 0 to this side is negative 1. So that is just the procedure there. So we have borrowed from 0 And here now is now left with bar 1. So here 10 minus 8, this gives us 2. So we have bar 1, that is minus 1 minus 2. This will give a bar 3. So we are done with almost everything. So the next thing, this result obtained from this part here, from the mantissa here, the mantissa, that is all the numbers after the decimal point to the right, will be our answer. So in this time, we're going to go back to, we're not going to look at logarithm, we're going to look at the anti-logarithm of this number. We're going to look at 25 under 6. Let's look at log 25 under 6. 25 under 6 is 1803. 1803. Then we're going to look at difference 5 and add the difference. Difference 5 is 2. So that means 1805. 18005. Okay. Now this is our answer, but that's not the final answer. Then we must use this one too. Okay, we must use this. You know, the other time, you know, if you have something like this in your logarithm, we say bar 3. So this bar 3 here now, we have to reverse it back. So this will become 0.00. Okay, so that's the meaning of this bar 3 now. 0.00. Okay, then before you write the answer, that's the meaning of this. So all we have to do now, you know, they said to 3 significant figure. This is the first significant figure, second significant figure, and the third significant figure. So we put our this in here, and this one is up to 5. So the final answer becomes 0.0181 to 3 significant figure. So this is how to manage a logarithm, especially if you are using table. So care has to be taken. Please, if you find this video very useful, please help me subscribe, follow my page, help me share, comment, and also follow. So if you have any comment, you can also drop it, and I can do it much more better. See you in my next virtual class.